You had to wake up the Wolfie from the dead. Or human, or... You guys probably are expecting human-esque persona here, so we'll just stick with human. Okay. Hey guys, SeiferA here. I just noticed... So earlier today... I did notice that a couple of people were mentioning to me like, hey, your video's popular after 13 years. Hey, your video's popular after 8 years. Hey, your video is popular. I'm like, who the heck are you people? And they were messaging me on Twitter, sure enough. So I decided to go ahead and check the only video I'd imagine was getting some views, because the last one I saw that was getting close to 1 million at the time was my Chikorita video, which was just a random clip video, and sure enough, as of this video, it has 1.5 million people who've watched it now, which is about 500,000 in the last 14 days, maybe 7 days. I don't want to put any specific math or numbers in all this here. The bottom line is, yeah, it's kind of shocking to say the least. I'm trying to get the camera straightened out here. So I figured because of the sudden popularity, I should probably explain who I am and what do I do. So, as I said, my name's SeiferA. My friends call me Seif. I am a Pokemon fanatic, obviously. I mean, why else would I make a freaking Chikorita video of all things? I also am a fan of Digimon, as the Digivice right here shows, and I'm a fan of Yokai Watch. Pretty much any sort of monster-related stuff I'm a major fan of. Though I'm sure with everybody subscribing to this and probably looking at this video, they're expecting Pokemon stuff. So, bam, here you go, Pokemon. So I'll explain more about my Pokemon-related stuff in this video, since I expect more people to be more curious about that than anything else I do. So for starters, in the games, which I should probably mute first of all, I've been playing the games since the game was first released here back in 1998, as, you know, being a fan of it since the games first came out, when I was just a teenager. It goes to show you how probably old I am, especially since the Red and Blue games is when I was a teenager when the Red and Blue games came out. So that should probably tell you how old I am now. But, in the games, I cannot give 100% proof, because obviously I don't have every single one of them in here, but I legitimately have every single Pokemon available. I just need to freaking actually organize it. So I got a living national dex, essentially. Again, they're not all in here. Take my word as it is, because I know it's not total proof until I can show every single one of them. I think some of my old videos on this channel might show them, but I think that those videos might be uploaded to my alternative channel that I've been using since I've been quote-unquote dead by some people. But yeah, got a full national dex, living national dex. No living shiny dex. I know the living shiny dexes are the big ordeals, and I have massive props for people who actually do that sort of thing. But me, I can't get into it as much as I want to. I was thinking for a while, maybe I could go into getting into doing a living shiny dex when they started talking about how Pokemon Bank will be able to transfer shiny Pokemon from Pokemon Go over to Sword and Shield. But now that we know that not every single Pokemon is going to be available in Sword and Shield, I kind of lost the interest in getting a living shiny dex. I don't know, maybe I'll do it for the Pokemon's available in Sword and Shield, but otherwise, I'm not as interested in it as I was for that one brief moment. Also into the anime, though admittedly, I have not caught up with the anime that much, especially with Sun and Moon. I know a lot of people have been talking massive praises with Sun and Moon, but I just haven't really, I don't know, the art style is just not for me, even though I respect the art style. I really do, like, after seeing how well they animate and everything, but otherwise I just couldn't get into it. Though I am into the recent movies. I actually have the Japanese soundtrack right here, but I also collected the DVD for the 20th anniversary movie and Everybody's Story as well too in Blu-ray. But I plan on getting the third one whenever Mewtwo comes out. I'm hoping they make another box like this, because these boxes are pretty freaking amazing. But yeah, I'm so into the movies, on and off. Like I recently just got back into the movies when they started doing this movie, and then Everybody's Story was okay, but I didn't. It was all right. Nothing too big. Card game wise, I am actually, this year I was deeply thinking about starting to get a little competitive in the card game. Currently, actually, I just basically gave myself this thing this plan to follow. So I told myself that this year would be the year that I would just go ahead and try to do as many events as possible. But because I don't feel like fully investing into the card game, especially since there's so many other things I want to invest my money in. Again, you know, with the games, all the other games I got for the Switch, PS4, I got freaking Final Fantasy 14. There's way too many hobbies I got. I could get way into the list if we ever needed to, and I could always tell that if people were interested enough about it. But that being said, I don't feel like I'd want to invest in like 4, 5, 6, 10 competitive decks, and I just want to focus on just one throughout the entire season. And the one I decided to choose, sure enough, Celebi and Venusaur. Celebi being actually both Chikorita and Celebi are in my top favorite Pokemon. Like, just they're both tied in my list basically. So seeing that this got a very good card in the set for a while inspired me to go ahead and play. I know there's a lot of other decks that can easily trump this. Freaking, of course, Reshiram and Charizard, come on. But, you know, I'm like, you know what, I'll do my best with this deck. I'll see if I can make this work. I know I'm going to lose a lot of matches. Maybe I'll win a few matches. Doesn't really matter if I get invitationals for Worlds next year, because in all honesty, around the time Worlds happens is when I plan to go to Japan in 2020. So again, I was in Japan in 2015. I got a video clip of that on my alternative YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm just gonna play with just this deck. I might make a few other decks to the side, maybe, possibly, but I'm just gonna try to focus purely on this deck, and that's it. Maybe while buying some boosters for shits and giggles, basically. And that's mostly about it right there. So Pokemon-wise, yeah, again, I've been a fan for a long time. Again, teenager years is when I first started. I was like the age of 13 when Pokemon Red and Blue first came out. I've been playing that game since day one, and I was briefly as the description of my channel shows, as well as a couple of my other videos, I was in the competitive scene in the video game side briefly, on and off. I attended some of the tournaments when the competitive Pokemon scene actually started getting big with the official support back in 2009. I tried jumping into it, but having to invest so much time in doing EV checks, IV checks, you know, all the freaking competitive stuff that everybody does in the kitchen sink in order to make their Pokemon actually work out there, I could not invest all that time into it, so I kind of just dropped off of it. I did see as the games progressed that they made it easier and easier, but still seeing the fact that you had to invest so much time in it, I couldn't get into it. And I know about Pokemon Showdown as well, but I don't know, like Pokemon Showdown I just could never really get too deep into either at the same time. I don't know, it's just one of those things where I have like a very short attention span and I can focus on something for a while, but then eventually I kind of lose interest, unless you're talking about crafting Final Fantasy 14. For some weird reason, I'm deep as all heck into that right now. That's besides the point, though. Anything else I can talk about Pokemon related with me? I got a decent collection of stuff. Actually, that video I know is on my channel, so if you want to check that out, I still have pretty much everything in that collection. I still do. I've added maybe a couple of new things since then. Though the Chikorita I showed off with the goggles in that video, I still have that plush specifically, and I am never letting go of that thing. My artwork, I've done art. Obviously, this whole playmat that I'm showing off right now, I've made this playmat. Well, no, I didn't make it, but the art on it I made. So I'm pretty proud of this. The full picture is available on my Fur Affinity account. I think it's also on DeviantArt as well, too. And obviously the main thing too, of course, I'm also furry as well. So, besides that, that's about it. So, the main reason why I'm making this video is, one, to explain myself of who I am. Two, I am legitly curious if people want more content from me. I will be honest, I've wanted to jump into doing more content, but with work life being such a stressful environment for me every day, to a point where I just don't want to really do much, you know, and knowing that there's not really an audience, like I'd have to start completely from fresh, like at 0 people, maybe like, well, technically there's 500 on my alternative account, but I know not many people even pay attention to most of my stuff to begin with. But if there is enough of an interest, I would love to make more videos. I would definitely make more I would make unboxing videos of the card game. I would, you know, of course, talk my 2 cents on the Pokemon scene as a whole. Not with this. I would make it more presentable, obviously, maybe with my Persona character, you know, showing stuff off like as I initially planned. I did plan on live streaming Sword and Shield when it came out. Like, no matter what, I was planning on that regardless. But definitely, if you guys are interested in me doing Sword and Shield, for sure, let me know. Any questions or whatnot that you may have for me, definitely leave them down in the comments below. Oh, and my main account, or the best way that you can reach out to me, is at SeiferA on Twitter. That is, again, at SeiferA. I mean, SEIFER uppercase A. So I rant a lot on there on Twitter. So, well, on and off, but yeah, again, if you guys want me to make more content, just let me know. I would love to. If there is an interest, I will embrace what you guys want from me, and I will freaking do it. I will definitely show off my 2 cents and show that, hey, amidst all the drama that we've seen in the last several days, with the 2 sides fighting each other about, hey, you know, bring back the national decks. No, screw you, you know, screw you. And amidst all the controversial other stuff out there about, you know, people saying like, well, this one YouTuber is doing this one thing to this other YouTuber and that, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't freaking care in the very end. Like, I will make the content that you guys want. I will not talk about any of that stuff. I swear to you, I won't. If I ever do, you will have more than enough of my permission to freaking bring down votes as much as possible. I will never talk about any of that, and I will do my absolute best to bring you guys the best Pokemon content, especially with everything I've learned over the last several years. So, and hey, if you guys want more of like Yokai Watch stuff too, Digimon, monster related stuff as a whole, if you guys honestly don't mind that, because I know there's a lot of people who love all of them, you know, let me know too. I would love to expand on that stuff as well too. But hey, if you mostly love, you know, the Chikorita and the Pokemon, hey, that only, nothing else. I'm sending you the free. Alright, thanks again guys for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, great night, whatever the frick's going on. I hope you guys take care. See ya.